What is up, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Today I'm going to be covering all of Epic Yugi's cards and rewards that we're going to be getting once the event drops. Originally, I was going to make this video and release this video on a Friday. Friday. It was either Thursday or Friday, but the reason why I'm doing it right now is apparently Yami Yugi, or Epic Yugi, this event that we're going to be talking about, is actually going to be dropping tonight. So I just wanted to make this video now so that it wouldn't be completely irrelevant. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. If you guys are excited for today's coverage on Epic Yugi, be sure to go hit that like button down below. But of course, you can wait to like the video till you watch the full thing, and let's just get going on it. So I'm actually looking forward to Epic Yugi. There's a couple cards that I'm really looking forward to. We got some awesome Dark Magician support, we have some Gaia, the Knight support, and we got some Gemini support, which I was actually surprised about. So let's just get going onto it. So one of the first cards that we're going to be getting, and one of the main UR cards that we're going to be getting from Epic Yugi, is Magician of Dark Illusion. I actually talked about this in my previous video on talking about the updates for Epic Yugi, because this was one of the cards that was confirmed by Konami. But I'm just going to talk about this card again because this card's really cool. So Magician of Dark Illusion is a dark attribute 7-star spellcaster effect. This card's name becomes Dark Magician while it's on the field. You only can use each of these effects of Magician of Dark Illusion once per turn. During your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell trap card or effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you activate a spell trap card or effect while this card's face up on the field, you can target a Dark Magician in your graveyard and special summon it. This effect can only be used once while this card's face up on the field. This card has 2100 attack and 1500 defense. So one thing I like about this card is the fact that when it's face up on the field, it counts as a Dark Magician card. So that means you can combo the other Dark Magician support cards like Dark Magic Attack, Thousand Knives, etc. So that's really cool right there. During each of your opponent's turns, if you activate a spell trap, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand, which is really cool. So I mean, hey, if you play like, I don't know, Econ, you play like Econ on your opponent's turn, or Shrink, or just any other chainable you know, quick play spell, or just trap card too. Yeah, spell and trap card, you get the special summon Dark Magician or Dark Illusion right away, which is really good. Like, the fact that you can easily special summon this card is awesome. It has a decent amount of defense, so you can throw this boy in defense position and save your butt. So that's pretty good right there. And what's really cool too is, like, yeah, you can summon this card through like Floodgate, you can summon this card through Canada, just like any spell and trap card, which is awesome about that too. Also, if you activate a spell trap card or effect while this card's face up on the field, you can target Dark Magician in your graveyard. So probably one way to go at this is comboing Cosmo Brain plus Dark Magician, because you can discard your Dark Magician, special summon Cosmo Brain, have Magician of Dark Illusion still in your hand, summon Dark Illusion through one of your spell cards through a special summonable effect, special summon Dark Magician back from your graveyard. There's a little bit of combos right there. I'll probably work on some sort of Cosmo Brain deck with Magician of Dark Illusion. I think that'd be fun to mess around with. So who knows? We'll see what happens in the future. But overall, I think this card's a solid card for the Dark Magician archetype, and hopefully Dark Magician can be a pretty decent deck in the future. Next up, we have some Gaia the Fierce Knight support, which I was not expecting, but it makes sense. It is Yugi themed. Anyways, we have a light 7-star warrior with the effect. You can normal summon this card without tributing. If this card is normal summoned without tributing, its original attack becomes 1900. That's not that bad. If this card is tributed, you can add a Blackluster Soldier from your deck to your hand. You only can use the effect of charging Gaia the Fierce Knight once per turn. So overall, this is not that bad of a card. It is a 7-star monster, so you can't really use this card right away to ritual summon into Blackluster Soldier, but there's been a lot of cool cards that Blackluster Soldier has that you can use it to easily summon it. Like, I think there was like Super Soldier Synthesis, so you can combine like a 7-star monster and a 1-star monster, easily ritual summon into Blackluster Soldier combos right there. So the fact that you can search for this is really good. Most cases though, you're probably going to do the normal summon effect, and 1900 attack isn't that bad at all. I think this is actually a pretty decent card for the fact that you can still normal summon it and have 1900 attack and everything like that. So that's pretty cool right there, and you get to search for Blackluster Soldier if you tribute it. But in most cases, you're probably not going to tribute this card because it is a 7-star, and sacrificing 2 monsters is a little too much right there. But it's still something to keep in mind. So I don't really know how I feel too much about charging Gaia the Fierce Knight. It is going to help out the archetype. It's going to help out the Blackluster Soldier archetype and the Gaia the Fierce Knight archetype, because there's a lot of support cards for it. With the card by itself, I'm not really feeling it too much, but I think it could be helpful for the decks and everything like that. So that's a cool card. Next up, we have some Gemini support, and personally, just right away, I don't think this is a really good card for Geminis themselves, but I think from what I've heard with this card, there's some really good combos with Spellcaster or spell counters and everything like that. But I actually have this Gemini card. This is Crusader of the Midian. I don't know how to pronounce it. I just have the card. This is a light 4-star Spellcaster Gemini. Of course, with all Geminis, this card is treated as a normal monster while it face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this card's a normal monster on the field, you can special normal summon it to have it become an effect monster with this effect. Once per turn, you can target a face-up card on the field that that you could place a spell counter on, place a spell counter on it, and if you do, this card gains 600 attack till the end of this turn, 1900 attack and 1200 defense. So first of all, it is a 1900 Gemini, which is amazing. I am actually really happy about that. Having another 1900 4-star Gemini is amazing, but with its effect, it's not really that useful. One effect you could, but I mean, with this effect, you actually could combo it with a card like Dark Valkyria, because, you know, once per turn, you can target a face-up card on the field that you can place a spell counter on and give it a spell counter. If you do, this card gains 600 attack. So you actually can combo it with cards like Dark Valkyria, because you can give Valkyria a spell counter, and then Dark Valkyria can use its effect to remove a spell counter and destroy a card on the field. The only issue is, though, is that you need Crusader, the Midian, and Dark Valkyria to both be effect monsters in order to utilize this effect properly. And that's why I'm not too hyped about this card, because it's just not going to really combo well with Dark Valkyria and everything like that, because it's just too slow, because they both need to be effect monsters to really utilize the effect properly. But overall, this card is really cool. I'm actually really happy that we got this Gemini. This is a Gemini that I actually forgot about. So the fact that it's going to be now in Duel Links, I'm going to love to get 3 copies of it. I could try to build a Gemini deck with this card. I think it might be a pretty decent tech option. Like if some of you guys don't have you know, Evo, you can get this card at Sex. This card is going to be a farmable card, so that's pretty cool though. But overall, I don't think it will help out the Gemini archetype itself. It's just probably going to help out spell counter heavy decks. I think that's where this card's going to be super useful on. So if you guys have any combos with this boy, tell me in the comment section down below or something like that. Next up, we have Magician's Robe. This is another really cool card that I'm glad that we're going to be getting in Duel Links. This is a dark 2-star spellcaster effect. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can discard 1 spell and trap, special summon a Dark Magician from your deck. During your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell trap card or effect while this card's in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. And you only can use each effect of Magician's Robe once per turn. This card has 700 attack and 2000 defense. I'm really glad that we got the other version of the Magician stuff, because we have the Magician's Rod card already in Duel Links, so now we have Magician's Robe, which is really cool. I like that. This card is alright. During your opponent's turn, a quick effect, you can discard a spell and trap card and special summon a Dark Magician from your deck. That's really good. So in most cases, you're probably going to want a special or normal summon Dark or Magician's Robe in attack position, so you can utilize this effect properly. So that's pretty good. And also during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell trap card while this card's in the graveyard, you can actually special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So there's a pretty good synergy with that. The fact that you can special summon Dark Magician from the deck with Magician's Robe makes this card really good, and I'm really happy that we get this Dark Magician support. I'm going to guess Brad is pretty happy about this. Next up, we're going to talk about Dark Magic Expanded. Technically, this card is already in Duel Links if you use Arcana skill, but now we're finally going to be able to get this card normally just without using a skill. This is a spell quick play card. Apply these effects in sequence based on the number of Dark Magician and or Dark Magician girls in the field and graveyards. So if you have 1+ Dark Magician monster, you can target 1 dark spellcaster monster of the field against 1000 attacks at the end of the turn. If you have 2 of them, this turn your opponent cannot activate spells or can activate cards and effects in response to your spell and trap card or effect activation. Also, spell and trap cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. This is a really good effect right there. And then last but not least, if you have 3 or more dark spellcaster monsters you currently control are unaffected by your opponent's card effects until the end of this turn. So overall, this card's pretty decent. I'm actually glad that we finally are able to just get this card without using a skill, because using the skill was very inconsistent, and in most cases you wouldn't want this. But the fact that we can now get 3 copies of the card is really awesome. It has some really good effects, and overall I'm pretty happy that we're getting this card. A Dark Magician support from this Epic Yugi event is really nice. Love that right there. Last but not least, we're going to talk about some of the generic cards. We got some great cards, by the way. We got, you know, this Sword Mistress, level 4 warrior, a lady warrior armed with a sword and shield. She floats lightly and stings sharply. What a savage. 1400 attack and defense. We have Mystical Elf. This card's actually pretty iconic from the show. It's a 4-star light spellcaster. It's a delicate elf that lacks confidence or lacks offense, but has a terrific defense backed by mystical power. So 2000 defense, which is nice. 4-star 2000 defense monster is not that bad. It is a rare card, so you can get a lot of copies of that if you want to. Except we have this wizard boy right here, Mystical Elf and Current of the Dark Ones. There you go, 1300 attack, 1100 defense. I don't know why you would summon into this, but I mean, hey, that's an option. Next up, we have this Griffmore. It's a 4-star Earth, 1200, 1500 monster with a goofy looking, very goofy looking face, that's for sure. I don't know how I feel about this card's face, but it's pretty nice. And last but not least, easily the best card from the set, we have Mushroom Man, Tribute Earth, level 2, found in the human regions. This creature attacks enemies with lethal rain of poison spores. So that's very cool right there. And yeah, that is kind of it for Yami Yugi. Like I said, I wanted to talk about this video now because this event's actually going to be dropping really soon. If I can figure out a farm deck to farm Yami Yugi successfully, I'll be sure to make a video for that for you guys right away. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to go hit that subscribe subscribe button down below so you can become, you know, just a new channel homie and all that stuff and get notified when I make more videos and everything like that. And yeah, that's kind of it for today's Duel Links video. If you guys enjoyed also and haven't already, be sure to go hit that like button. I already said hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you guys also want to, you can join my Discord, link in the description down below. I'd love to see some new just people to join the Discord. And then last but not least, if you guys want to support me as a content creator, you can do so by joining as a YouTube member. $5 a month, you get to support me as a content creator, get special emotes in my live streams and all that good stuff. It's a pretty good deal and all that good stuff, so be sure to check that out too. But that's gonna do it for me guys today in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links out of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll go see you guys in the next video. Peace.